Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. So, let's get some mini content on the channel, the mini that I don't own, that you all think I don't own. Now, I nearly finished welding on the rear valance. Jacked the car up just to do the final closing panel, and as I was jacking the car up, don't worry, I wasn't underneath it, as I was jacking the car up on the rear subframe, the jacks actually got trapped. It slipped off and then it dented the rear valance right up. It doesn't look too bad on pictures and things like that. And also as well, I'd had to cut it because it wasn't fitting properly, because the previous owner hadn't actually welded on the closing panels properly. So I had to cut it in half anyway. Then I had to put a piece behind it and weld that, and I'm just not happy with it. So that dent's probably just come at a perfect time. So what I'll do is we'll take it to the back of the car so you can have a look at that, because the shining light, silver lining is that I have now got a flange that is all welded, so I can just trim underneath that flange, go get a new valance, offer that up and weld it to that new flange. So that should hopefully solve the problem. So I'll take it to the back. First of all, I'll show you some arty shots of the Mini, and then I'll take it to the back of the car. So that's the rear valance on. Maybe a bit more weld just in that section there. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. Obviously it needs seam sealing. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's welded. So yeah, the idea is to cut the rear valance off on this sort of lip here, and then we can look at getting a new valance. So let me cut that off. And that is a rear valance cut off the car. So again, like I say, probably going to add some weld to underneath it just to strengthen it a bit. Looks like they've not welded, but they have. And then under there as well. So what I did is I chopped it around here because I'll have to drill the plug welds out there. But what I'll do is I'll take the valance to the bench and we'll go from there. Right, so here's the rear valance in pieces. There's the dent. Again, doesn't look too bad, but you can't get behind it. This is my poor repair. So I won't concentrate on that too much. So that's the rear valance cut off. And there. And there. So, right, a bit hard to describe this really, but I saw a channel the other day who claim how to use a grinder like a pro. Well, I think they've taken the video down now, and I can only assume it's because of the negativity that they got, and they deserved it, to be honest. But I think it was a publicity stunt anyway, but there you go. Right, grinders. These things are dangerous, very, very dangerous, and if you're not using the right equipment, the PPE, yeah, I know we're all going on about PPE at the moment with everything that's going on, but first of all, you need a set of gloves. That's a given. Good set of gloves that have got hand guards on technically, because I've been bit by a grinder before and it's not fun. Ear defenders, they're so cheap, why wouldn't you? A face shield. Now, a lot of people will wear glasses, absolutely fine, but the problem is that's not going to stop this from hitting you in the cheek, hitting you in the chin, hitting you in the neck, hitting you in the forehead. it will stop the spark going into your eyes, which is great. But this just happened now. This has just happened now. I've not set this up or anything like that. These are DeWalt discs, so they're not cheap discs. So yeah, listen. And the main thing that they wasn't doing, they took the guard off. Absolute morons. I mean, listen, I've done it in the past. I've done it where you think, I'll be right, and that's when I got bit. That scar on my finger there, where I got bit, and it bled forever, and it hurt, and it annoyed me, because if I'd have just taken that bit of extra time. Now, this does have a handle on it as well, that you can screw onto either side, and again, that gives you more, you know, more leverage or a better grip. Well, better grip, that's exactly what it's for. So, but please, 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 if you're using, listen, we've all got loved ones, we all, you know, people that care about us. Most of the time we're in the garage on his own. If this goes wrong, it can go wrong seriously, and you should be using the correct gear. It's not expensive to get hold of. I mean, these might be a bit more expensive at the moment, but definitely worth getting. Like I say, a good set of gloves, ear defenders, face mask. I mean, you could even, I mean, some people go and use the actual masks as well. So they're not breathing in the crap. That's fair play. Probably something I should be thinking about. But yeah, look at that. You know what I mean? I mean, it went off and it didn't go anywhere near my face, as far as I know. It could have hit it. I don't know. I was grinding, but it shattered. You know, and that's what you really, really got to think about that. Magnum closing panel. Going absolutely nowhere near that up there. Yeah, but I think it's this returned edge. It's barely turned over, and I think that should be folded right over, shouldn't it? I mean, it's not the straightest thing in the bloody world, but it's not going anywhere near. So I need to go to Magnum tomorrow anyway to pick up a, what's it called, rear valance, because I've just cut it off, obviously. What I'll do is I'll probably look at replacing this as well. I'll have a look at one of theirs first. I'll take this with me and decide if it is just the fact it is a panel and I'll have to make it fit, or whether this has been, I mean, I've had it in boxes and thrown it around, so it could quite possibly be that that's flattened down, but I reckon that should be lipped over more to go into there, into that sort of recess. I mean, it looks like it might even be too big anyway. That's probably the issue. Looks like it should go about there, and looks like it needs that much cutting off. So that might be the issue as well, I don't know. I've never had a go at one of these. A couple of people have done them on YouTube, so yeah, join me for the journey on that one. So that's where we're up to. I'm annoyed about the rear valance, I'll be honest, but the repair wasn't brilliant, as you saw. Need to get in there, do some welding, go purchase a new valance. It's 1 degree in here, I think. Oh, it's 1 degree outside, so it's probably even colder in here. Yeah, rear valance. I've just got such a mental block with that rear valance. I've said it so many times. It's just, I don't know whether I'm not as good a welder as I thought I was. You know, I could stick 2 pieces of metal together. It just annoys me. It just frustrates me. If previous owner had done it right first time, then I won't have to do it. But hey ho, this is where we're at. So, like I say, I'll take that to Magnum tomorrow. I'm sorry about my rant about the grinder, but when I see people advising that you should take the guard off, you know, if you want to take the guard off, crack on. But I tell you what, it'll be you that gets hurt, or it's you that's putting yourself in danger. Don't advise other people to do it. I've run that without the guard. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm you know, God's gift to grind. Not the app. Calm down, boys and girls. What about the actual machine, the electric machine? Yeah, if, you know, don't be an idiot, you know. It's always that I'm just gonna, and that's what causes the problem. So, like I said, I had to say something purely because I just can't stand it when people say, oh, this is how you should do it. I've always said, I ain't a professional, this is what I'm doing, you know, if it helps someone out, great. If it doesn't, I'm having a go at it. I'm just a man in a garage now, not a shed, garage. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.